'Cause it's breakfast with Bob. Hey, Poncho Man, everybody. Again, welcome to Breakfast with Bob from Kona at Huggo's on the Rocks. My name is Bob Babbitt, brought to you by Master Spas, SFuels, right fuel, right time, HOKA, Fly Human Fly, Deboer Wetsuits, Quintana, and of course, our Challenged Athletes Foundation. And speaking of the Challenged Athletes Foundation, one of our athletes, Mr. Michael Andreasen, joins us. Michael, how are you?
I'm doing really well, Bob.
Not a bad place to be, huh?
Not at all.
So, born with dwarfism,
Yep.
and what sports growing up?
Sports growing up with dwarfism, whatever I can get into, really.
Right.
T-ball, a little bit of Little League. Mainly, high school was cross country and swimming.
Okay. And as you're growing up, the other people are getting bigger. You're not, right? Top out at 4'7".
Yep, top out of 4'7".
And when you're trying to compete in any sport, you're at a disadvantage.
Absolutely, yeah.
And so is that when you moved into running and triathlon?
Not really. For a long time, probably about 10 years.
Yeah.
I just pretty much after high school didn't do anything.
Nothing.
No, I mean I rode a bike on the weekend just to ride
Yeah.
a bike because I like riding. But,
Right.
Focus on life and work and other things.
So what got you into triathlon?
Well, I always had a thought about it and kind of a passion, like this might be something I want to try.
Yep.
And then I had a minor stuff going on with my health, and then just started to lose a bunch of weight. And I said, let's try this thing.
And I think we first met at Super Seal.
Yep, Super Seal.
In Coronado, triathlon,
Yep.
sprint. So early on, sprint races,
Yep.
up to Olympic. And when did you make the big jump and go, okay, I'm going to try something, I'm going to try 70.3?
So I made the big jump when they actually, after COVID, and they canceled the Super Seal Sprint.
Yes.
Ironman gave me an option of what race I wanted to do, and Ironman Indian Wells was one of those options, and I just said,
Well, I'm going to go there.
why not? Let's go for it.
And now with 2021 probably.
2021.
8:23, your time that year. And when you're doing shorter races, the bicycle you on makes a difference, but not like it does in longer races.
Yeah.
So you're getting a bike when you're 4'7". It's something that fits.
Right.
Really difficult.
Absolutely. Yeah, because of my dwarfism, because of my height, I could only fit in a junior's, basically a kid's bike, basically.
A Toys R Us, tassels on the handlebars, blocks on
You
the
got it.
pedals, that type of stuff. And
Maybe some training wheels.
Yeah, get some training wheels and head out to Javi. You'll be fine.
Right.
It's not a big deal. So, but it got to the point where you really couldn't get better when
Right.
you're on a steel bike with no technology
Absolutely.
whatsoever.
Yeah, because you're just limited.
Right. And so we're talking Oceanside 2022 before the new bike.
Yep.
Where you 8'11", and then you get the bike in what, June or so that year, June, July? I forget when you got it in 2022.
Right around there, I believe. Yeah.
Yeah, and new bike, courtesy of CAF.
Yep.
Custom made, Bill Holland.
Yep.
And what people don't quite understand is I just make a smaller bike. It's not that easy.
No, it's not.
You've got the triangle.
Yeah.
You need step over height.
Step over height. Yep.
Really important, and it's got to be titanium. It's got to go fast.
Got to go fast. Yes, absolutely.
When you finally received that bike in 2022, immediate difference?
100%. For me, it was a really emotional moment getting that bike because for the first time in about 35 years, I had stand over height with a bike.
And again, that means you can be safe.
That means
you
I
can
can
put
be
your
safe,
feet on the ground.
Feet on the ground.
That's unbelievable.
Yeah.
And when I look at the time, so Oceanside in 2022, you went 8:11. 2023, 8:03.
Yep.
2024, 7:35 with a crash.
With a crash.
With a
yes.
crash. Indian Wells, 2021, 8:23. Then 2022, 7:34.
7:34.
Then 2023, 7:18.
7:18, yeah.
You're getting better. Morro Bay, where half the people didn't get out of the water.
Yeah.
This year you went 8:07 in 2023, and then 7:47.
Yep.
Even though, what was it? Your swim time
My
this
swim
year
was an hour and 38 minutes.
for a 1.2.
For 1.2.
And the year before was
50.
Oh my God! The fact you got out of the water is pretty freaking amazing.
Yeah,
that water was
absolutely.
freezing too.
It was like, I think 54 degrees.
You are a
Yeah, it was-
knucklehead. That's and the other
People
thing.
had hypothermia. I mean, it was a crazy day.
I think most people in a marathon take 30,000 steps.
Yes.
You take 60,000 steps.
Yeah, about 60,000 steps, yeah.
60,000 steps. So it's twice as difficult for you to do this stuff.
Oh, yeah, absolutely, yeah.
And through the lottery, PCID lottery,
Yep.
you received a spot here in Kona.
I received a spot here in Kona, absolutely, yeah.
No person with dwarfism has ever done the Ironman World Championship.
And no, they
this
haven't.
This has been a proving grounds for people in wheelchairs,
Yeah.
for people with autism, people with Down syndrome, people changing perceptions.
Absolutely, yeah.
How important is it for you to be that guy to change perceptions?
It's one of the most amazing feelings to have that opportunity to be able to change perspectives, change people's minds, and let them know that, no matter the disability that you have, it's possible.
Yeah.
Having that mindset and having the support, you can do anything.
When you were going through, grammar school, high school, did you deal with bullying and crap like that? Yeah.
Absolutely, yeah.
Kids can be mean.
They can be mean, yeah. Yeah, I probably, all the way up through probably my sophomore year of high school, I had bullies.
And what would they just push on you and just...
Push on you, beat you down. I mean, a lot of verbal just stuff, and, lots of days you just, it wore you down. It did.
It's one of those things I always talk about our athletes when they leave the house.
Yep.
Right? You're missing a leg, you're missing an arm, you're in a wheelchair, you have dwarfism. You don't blend.
Not
right?
at all, no.
Right? The spotlight is on you,
All
and
the time.
you either embrace it
Yep.
or you shrink from it.
Yep.
How long did it take you to embrace it?
My parents always, they told us to just, shrug it off.
Right.
Be yourself and just move forward. So, I mean, it was always tough because, hearing, all the comments from people and just being bullied, it's hard to do that, but you just have to persevere.
Yes.
And I know for me doing triathlons, being in the triathlon community, it's been one of the most supportive for me because I've never felt small in triathlon. I've never felt like I have a disability. Everyone treats me just as Michael.
Yeah.
Which is just...
It's perfect.
It's perfect, yeah.
I always say the sport's an equal opportunity abuser. It doesn't really give a crap.
It doesn't give a crap, no.
You're big, short, wheelchair,
Nope.
missing an arm. Get from point A to point B, you're an
Nope.
Ironman.
You're an Ironman.
Period, end of story.
Yeah, end of story.
I remember
Yeah.
Carlos Mileta telling me, wheelchair bound, he goes, when I leave my chair at the pier in the morning,
Yep.
I'm just another geek in a Speedo.
There you
trying
go.
to get from here back here in
yep.
as few hours as humanly possible.
Absolutely,
because
yeah.
people don't care.
No, people
Right?
don't care, no.
And when you're on the course, do you get a lot of support?
All the time. Everyone, when they're out there, because, everyone, all triathletes are like 6'2".
I know, they're gigantic. And they're even bigger now. These guys are like 6'4".
Right. And everyone gives me so much support. They're always just, amazed to see me out there, and it provides them with so much just love and support, and to see me out there, they just like, wow, this guy's out here.
Yeah.
I can't say anything.
Well, that's the deal. I think the other thing that we don't know
Yeah.
is people watching from the outside who have never done this, never thought about doing it. They see you run by and go like, that guy can do it.
Right.
That's what they say when I go by. They say, that loser can do it. Anybody can do this stuff. Let's go jump in.
Absolutely.
What has been some of your favorite moments from your triathlon career?
Well, definitely my first finish
Yeah.
at Indian Wells, because I took that leap, didn't know if it was possible. And, at that one, I got a cramp the last half mile.
Oh,
And so I called one of my good friends on my watch and
wait, during the race.
during the race.
What, do you call a friend? What is this,
Yeah.
$1 million?
I phoned a friend, and she's like, just stretch it out, because medical was on their way.
Yeah.
And I was like, that can't
don't want
happen.
medical.
I don't want medical.
No.
So I stretched it out and just took off and finished it. And then from then on, it was just full steam ahead. And I think every race I do, there's special moments in it, but
Yeah.
just to be a part of the community, every day is special for me when I'm out there.
So the commitment you've put into this, right? I remember Sarah Reinertsen, when a single above knee amputee who missed the bike cutoff time in 2004.
Yeah.
Her famous quote the following year was, to get back and finish the Ironman, this sport that became the most high maintenance boyfriend I've ever had in my life.
Right.
Right?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Which I love, right?
Yeah.
But for you, just getting here, just being on this island, the mecca of the sport.
Oh, yeah.
This is where it all began. I'm sure when you first started reading about triathlon, it was like Kona, Kona, Kona.
Always, yes.
Riding on the Queen Highway,
Yep.
riding out to Hawaii. How cool has it been?
It's been utterly amazing. I mean, I had the opportunity to do Honu this year in June.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah, so I got to experience the Queen K, got to experience Javi, and that wind is never forgiving.
Your commitment to this, you've lost how much weight?
I've lost 40 pounds.
And, I mean, 40 pounds on a guy who's 4'7" is a lot of weight to lose.
It's a lot of weight.
And you've noticed huge difference?
Huge difference. Just in my stride lengths to my times in the run, the times on the bike. My wetsuit fitting me better.
Yes, that makes a big difference. Well, that's one thing people don't
Makes a
think
big
about.
difference.
For you with a wetsuit, you need a wetsuit with the zippers on the front because you can't really reach behind you to get the thing off.
Absolutely not, no.
So everything has to be adapted.
Everything has to be adapted. Everything has to be in some way custom.
Yes.
Or, figure it out somehow.
Exactly. So, coaching-wise, Deb has been amazing.
Deb has been what I needed.
Yeah.
She's a para triathlon coach, and
that makes a difference.
It makes a huge difference.
Somebody who understands the challenges.
Yeah, absolutely. Someone that understands the challenges. That says it. I want you to do 110 miles on the bike, but if you get 90, it's okay.
Right.
You're almost there. And another day will happen, and we'll get there.
And then, what would that one workout you told me about? Was it at 110 and then do a long run?
I did. It was a 120-mile bike ride with a 35-minute brick run. That was a long day.
That's one where you go, okay, I think I'm ready.
Yeah.
I think I'm about ready. What will it mean to you to come across this finish line of Elite Drive?
I can't explain what it will mean to me. It's just to be able to be here on the island, the presence of greatness with so many of the pros, so many of the Hall of Famers that are here, just to have the support, to see the smiles. I think by the time I get to that last 10K, I'll be crying all the way to the finish line.
How important has CAF been in the journey?
CAF has been extremely important. Without the support of CAF, I would not be where I am with triathlon. It's been my foundation.
I love it. Michael, so good to have you part of the CAF family.
Thank you, Bob. Yes.
And for people who don't know, Michael will be receiving our CAF Trailblazer Award next week in San Diego. No pressure.
Right.
For becoming the first person with dwarfism to finish the Ironman World Championship. No pressure. Give it up for Mr. Michael Andreasen. Poncho Man, take us home.
It's Aloha Thursday. Gonna swim back in right today. Gee, what? Cause it's breakfast with Bob.
Thank you, Poncho Man. That is a wrap for day 4, Breakfast with Bob. Check us out tomorrow morning. We'll see you then. Bye.